Hey guys, so today we'll be talking about fixed income bonds and the relationship with the market interest rates, and we will talk about at par, below par, and above par. So, what are bonds? So, bonds are nothing but uh, fixed income securities which are provided issued by governments, municipal corporations, huge large MNCs and corporations to borrow fund. So, it's a debt instrument, you can say it's a debt borrowing. So what does fixed income bonds consist of? So a fixed income bond has a face value which is received at maturity, and it's basically in the multiples of 1000, and it gives away coupon payments. Now it could be annually, semi-annually, whatever is mentioned in the bond indenture. Right, this consists of all the information about the coupon. Now one thing an investor need to understand is that there exists an inverse relationship between bond value and interest rates. Now we all may know that because the best example I can give you is the recent SVB's fiasco that had happened in March. What happened was so during the COVID time, right? That is somewhere around 2020. The US Fed has decreased the interest rates to somewhere around 0 to 1%. It was very less. So during that time, the bonds looked very fruitful, right? The bonds were looking to be something that people wanted to invest in it, and SVB invested a really hefty amount in the fixed income bonds, fixed income securities. And what happened was, after 2 to 3 years, that is in 2022 to 23, the Fed hiked up the market interest rates, and SVB saw a huge losses on their fixed income portfolio, which was a majority of their investments, and it led to depositors removing their money, and it all happened so fast, and then SVB had a downfall. So why is there an inverse relationship? Right, you may ask yourself, why is there an inverse relationship? The market interest rate is increasing, so the bond should also increase, right? Not exactly. The thing is, for example, let's just assume the market interest rate is current interest rate is 5%. Now the thing about bonds is that bonds has a fixed coupon, fixed par value or face value that you get at maturity, which is, as I said, 1000. Now if the current interest rate is 5% and the bond is issued at this moment, so you will get 5% every month if it's annually. 5% of 1000, that is, you will keep receiving 50% regardless of anything else. Now what happens is, if the interest rate was to increase to something like a 6% next year, because the government uses various measures like repo rates, reverse repo rates, to tame the inflation, right? So the government works around with its with various structuring they have to tame the inflation. And let's suppose the next year, if the market interest rates rose to 6%, that is, there was an increase of 100 basis points. Now the fixed income securities that would be issued this year, these are going to look more investment worthy, these are going to look more attractive as compared to something that was issued earlier, because this investment, again it will have a face value of 1000, but you're going to get 6% of that, that is 60 rupees you're going to receive as coupons. So why would anyone buy this old bond which is only going to give you 5% of the 5% of coupon rates? So that's the reason why we have an inverse relationship. So to help you understand in more way, let's take another example, and uh, we will discuss about above par, below par, and what is a discount on premium bond. Now, for the sake of simplicity, again I have taken a simple example of a price of 4%. It is my coupon rate, and on a 10-year coupon bond which has a, let's just say, a face value of 1000 rupees. Now I am promised cash flows, that is in year 1 I'm going to receive 40 bucks, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 40, and year 10th I'm going to receive my face value, future value, par value, whatever you call it, that I was promised, along with my coupon. That is, on year 10th, if I'm holding till maturity, if I'm a person holding till maturity, I will receive this money. Now let's just assume if the market interest rates, if the interest rate is 2%, if the market interest rate is 2%, so what is going to be the present value of the bond? So for this you have to understand something called as a time value. So a time value of money, if you don't know what a time value of money is, a time value of money says that 100 rupees today would be less than 100 rupees an year from now. 100 rupees today is less than what. So if you're gonna lend your friend, let's just say 100 bucks, right, and your friend tells you, you know what, I'm going to give it back after an year. Now you're going to charge something him on it, because you are giving away an opportunity cost, which opportunity cost which you could have received if you had not lent this money and invested this on a risk-free interest rate security, like a government security, which has no risk, because it is issued by the tax. This is issued by the tax authority of the country, so the default is literally zero. So it's a risk-free security, and it's more or less no interest rate. So you could have rather invested money here, and you could have received 105 rupees. So you're going to tell your friend, you know what, I will lend you the 100 bucks, but you're going to give me 105. So you're charging something. So this is what a time value of money is. So we have T0, we have T1, T2, T3, right? So similar to a bond, which pays so in our above example, if this was let's just say this was T10, I know that here I'm going to receive 1040, that is face value plus coupon, but I need to know what is the present value today of this bond, right? So that is what I have calculated here. This is what I have calculated, the present value of the bond. So you can use a financial calculator, and you can use a financial calculator. So here, okay, you can use a financial calculator for PV. So if we so let's see this. So if the present value is 6%, right, it's 6%. So what happens is, I know the number of periods is 10. Interest per year, IY per year, that is the market interest rate, is 6%. The PMT, that is payment, that is the coupon payment that I would be receiving, is 40. The future value is 1000. And if I calculate this, I would be receiving 852. You can also calculate this on your BA2 plus calculator if you know. But regardless, this is the value that you would be receiving. This is the discounted future cash flows, addition of future cash flows that we receive. Now let's try to digest this information, what we have. Now, as I said, we know that there exists an inverse relationship between a bond price and its interest rate. So we know it is paying me a coupon of 4%. Now when the market interest rate is itself 4%, you have to understand that its present value is going to be 1000 only, because it is at par. That is, my coupon rate is equal to my market rate. That is why it is at par. That's why we call at par. Below par, let's say this, above par. Now when the market interest rate decreased by 200 basis points, I guess 200 basis points, it has decreased by 200 basis points. What happened is, the price of the bond is increased. As you can see, it has increased to 1179. And again, if it increased by 3, as you can see, due to the inverse relationship, there is the value of the bond has decreased. As you can see, the value of the bond keeps decreasing when the market interest rate increases. So what we call something above par value, that is a premium bond. Premium bond is something, this one, 2% and 3%, and it is a premium bond because what you are going to pay, the present value, is more than the face value. Now a discount bond would be attractive because you're going to pay only this much amount to buy the bond, and I am going to receive the cash flows, and on maturity I'm going to receive the face value of 1000 plus the cash flow for so less. That's why this is below par, or the discount bond is more attractive to investors, right? So these values that you see, these are the present value or the market value, which is different from the face value or future value, which are fixed and already mentioned on the bond indenture. And due to the present value or the market value, an investor can make a decision accordingly. So hope you understood something. Thanks.